Welcome back, lottery fans. Today I'm going to show you how to do a pick 4 rundown using the hot and cold number method and using our new pyramid workout rundown worksheet. If you want a copy of this worksheet, as with all of our other rundown worksheets, you can download it completely for free from lotterypredictor.com. I'll leave a link below in the description, or you can just go to lotterypredictor.com, go ahead and go to the resources section and download it completely for free from there. So for those of you that saw the pick 3 video yesterday, you'll know how to do a little bit of this. This rundown is going to be a little bit different because it's pick 4 numbers, but the general basis idea is the same. So I'm going to run through an example and show you how to do this. Definitely go ahead and try it in your states. Let me know in the comments if it's actually working in your states. I'd love to hear about it. So for this example, we're going to go ahead and use the New York lottery, and specifically the New York evening lottery. And we're going to go ahead and use this for today's date, which is 4/15. So we're going to go ahead and use it for that. Now the way in which this rundown works is we need 10 base numbers that we can use in our grid to fill out our grid. Then we can fill out our grid, and this time we are going to use the translated grid as well, using the mirror numbers to go ahead and fill in our translated grid. And then we'll pull out our suggested numbers. So we're going to go ahead and start and show how I pull out the base numbers here for our grid numbers. So because this is a hot and cold rundown, what you'll need to do is you'll need to look back at the previous results for the pick 4 lottery, and you'll need to basically do a frequency chart to see how many times each individual digit has been pulled out in the last, I use 30 days. You can use a bit longer or shorter depending on you, but 30 days is generally what I would recommend. And what I mean by each number, it's basically if you have a number, say for example, the number came out 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1 would classify as being pulled once, 2 would be once, 3 would be once, and 4 would be once. And then you go through every single one of the last 30 results and do a frequency chart adding to how many times we've been pulled out. Now the good news is on lotterypredictor.com, we already have a lot of states that we're tracking. We have that 30-day calculation of number frequencies, so you can definitely use lotterypredictor.com to get those numbers very easily without you have to manually do that. So pull up your favorite web browser, either on your desktop or your actual your phone. Go ahead and navigate to lotterypredictor.com, and then in the menu up here, select the state that you want, and we're going to go ahead and use New York. So click on New York, and then you'll see a list of all the lotteries that are being tracked, and we're going to use the win for evening in New York. So once you have New York pulled up, you can go ahead and you can see all the menu items here, and we're going to be using the number frequencies, whoops, not that one, number frequencies, which is that one there. And this is a calculation of the last 30 days worth of results and how many times each number has been pulled up. It might be a little bit hard to see there with the focusing of the camera. So I'm going to go ahead and start with, in the left hand side, put the most frequently drawn number and then work backwards to the least frequently drawn number. So for New York in the evening pick 4, the most frequent number has been pulled 18 times, which is number 1. So we'll put 1 there. And then next up we have a two-way tie between ball 4 and ball 8. They were pulled 15 times each. So we'll put 4 and 8 in the next spot there. And then we're going to go ahead and see what's next. And it looks like ball 2 was pulled 14 times. So we'll put 2 in the next one. Then we've got another two-way tie between ball 0 and ball 6, which were 12 times each. So 0 and 6. And then we have, coming up next is ball 9, which was pulled 10 times. So 9 there. Then being pulled 9 times, we have 3 and 5. And then finally, only being pulled 6 times in the last 30 days, which for pick 4 is pretty low, we have ball number 7. So there we go. So now that we've got our numbers here, we're going to fill them in the base grid here. And then we're going to start by taking the most frequently pulled number, and we'll fill it in the top spot here, and then we'll fill all the corresponding boxes going left to right, row to row, with the other numbers here. So we'll start with number 1 in the top box, and then our next number in the next row down, but in the left hand box, will be the 4, and then followed by the 8, and then we've got the 2, 0 and the 6 can go in the next row, and then the 9, 3, 5, 7 can go on the bottom row. Now we're going to go ahead and fill in our translated grid using our mirror numbers. So we'll take each number in each box, look up the mirror number for it, and fill it in the corresponding box on the translated grid. So the mirror number of 1 is a 6, so we'll put a 6 there. The mirror number of 4 is a 9, so we'll put a 9 in this box. Mirror number of 8 is a 3, so we'll put a 3 in this box. And then we'll just keep going down. 2 is a 7, 0 is a 5, 6 is a 1. And filling in all of these boxes and all these rows. 9 is a 4, 3 is an 8, 5 is a 0, and 7 is a 2. So there we go. And now that we've got our base grid and our translated grid, we can go ahead and apply the patterns. Now for pick 4, the pattern I use is a smaller diamond within the actual base grid or the translated grid. So you'll see as I draw this out what I actually mean by that. So there are actually 3 diamonds in each of these grids that can be found, and I'll show you where they are here. The first one starts at the top, and it takes these 4 numbers here. So 1408 if we count counterclockwise. 1408. So that's the first diamond. So we'll go ahead and use that number. Now the next number is on the left hand side, starting a row down. We've got the 4230. So put 4230. We use that diamond there. And then finally, we've got the one on the right, which is the 8056. 8056. So we'll use that diamond there. And then we'll go ahead and we'll use the same pattern on our translated grid that we used on mirror numbers 4. So in the top one here, top diamond, 6953. We'll take that diamond. And then we'll use the next one down. It's a 9785. 9785. Using that diamond. And then finally on the right we have a 3501. So 3501 right there. So that's the last number we can use. And there we go. There are 6 numbers that we can now start using in the New York evening pick 4, or win 4 as they call it in New York. And hopefully these numbers will start hitting. So if you enjoyed this rundown, definitely give it a try in your state. Definitely grab this new rundown worksheet using the pyramid layout. Give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment below if you want me to see other pyramid worksheet rundowns using different combinations and different patterns. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks. Bye.